They call me They call me Don't leave me
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Bitcoin Cash. Almost 1K, huh? And the funny thing is, it's because basically, like I said, I mean, the reason I held Bitcoin Cash was because if there's any kind of bump in the road with Bitcoin, with the SegWit coming up, you have, you have people like crypto, basically calling out a lot of the Bitcoin, what's going on with the censorship and all that. Like I said, so the guy behind Bitcoin Cash, like, he's not a chump. The dude was well respected in the game, like real respected, old school OG, owns, Bitcoin.com. The dude, like, you gotta understand, they didn't do this to lose. Like, they didn't just fork off and think, well, we're just gonna, see what happens. Like, they had a fucking plan, and it's obvious because they knew that there was, like, no matter what happens, if you're up top, you're gonna get fucked. People are gonna talk shit. People are gonna throw arrows at you. It's like, no matter what, if there's any kind of bad, it's gonna be amplified. And to be honest with you, like, I've been doing my research after listening to some of the YouTubers and what they're talking about Bitcoin. I'm not gonna speak on the censorship and all that, like, because I can't fucking, I haven't spent the time to sit there and actually try to research and crack. And that's not my forte. Like, that's not what I do. There's a lot of people who are really good at that, and I'm going to be much better at that than I am. I'm trying to find those type of little things. And, so sometimes I delegate, and I'm just listening around. And it's like, right now is a very, very unique time. I mean, look at the market cap. It's almost as big as the old school Bitcoin. Like, if this thing was to get up any higher, what if it comes second? It's not that far. Look at the 24-hour volume. I mean, that Bitcoin's never been that high. Nothing has ever been that high. Am I mistaken? Have we ever seen over 4 billion 24-hour volume? That is quite. And another thing, like I said, if there was going to be, if Bitcoin was slow at all, if there's any kind of problems with SegWit, if there's any kind of doubts, if Bitcoin, because the thing about Bitcoin Cash is they already got the 8, they just mined it 8 megabyte block. There was some struggle to get there, and now they have more mining power. So the big story of the day has to be Bitcoin Cash. I mean, this is absolutely massive if we're talking about the future of what's going to happen. We definitely have 2 Bitcoins now. And it's just good because, if there was no Bitcoin Cash and everything was fine, Bitcoin right now would probably be about $5,000-$6,000. We'd probably be sitting at about 175, 200 market cap right now. But the fact is, it did happen. We got some publicity. Crypto definitely got some publicity. It wasn't the best. It was bad publicity about the Bitcoin splitting into 2, but then it turned good when basically the worst happened and it just boomed afterwards. Everything else is just getting absolutely destroyed. Dash is up 30%. That is absolutely surprising. I must have missed some news about Dash. There must have been something really cool to happen for it to be going up in this atmosphere. Like, how the hell, who are the people buying up Bitcoin Cash and Dash at the same time? Doesn't that feel like a weird combo? It just feels like a weird combo to me. Everything else is frozen, basically. If you're talking about Neo, Ethereum, it just keeps hitting that 300s. That it's like a ceiling. It's just a 300 ceiling. It just keeps hitting its head on it. Boom, boom, boom. Can't get by. Meanwhile, Bitcoin was just soaring past 44. Now we're looking at Bitcoin Cash. It's going to be like 1,000. I didn't sell my Bitcoin Cash, and I didn't for a reason. I'm not looking to sell it now. The reason I don't want to sell Bitcoin Cash is because you can't say it's 110% that it can't outtake Bitcoin. And somewhere in this parallel, in some universe out there somewhere, Bitcoin Cash wins. And I'm going to be in all the universes. I'm not going to be in the universe where I sell Bitcoin Cash and it wins. I can't, that'd be dumb. So, I mean, I'm just holding on to both of them because it's just too important. This is way too important. This isn't some fucking altcoin. Like, this is something that can, like, this is serious. And you have to, you have to take it seriously. You can't not take these numbers seriously. You have to. If you think that it can't go head to head, I mean, it's already, almost a fourth of the value after Bitcoin raised. I mean, we're just going to see a sea of red with your odds. And then people see this. Okay, so what happens is people will see something from the ICO, or they'll see like a coin that's going up 88%. And they're like, oh my God, bro, it's going up 88%. That's in fucking dollar value, though. Like, that's dollars. Like, who cares about dollars? Dollars are being left in the fucking dust. You always look at the Bitcoin price. So it's an illusion when you see some of these, because some of these haven't been born yet. See, like, all right, let's see the difference. The drastic, well, how is there no drastic difference there? That has to be broken. Huh. That is strange. All right, let's go to another example. See if this is broken or not. All right, we all know what the Ethereum one looks like. It's definitely fucking different. All right, see, I don't get it. Like, I swear, coin market cap is fucked sometimes. I fucking hate this shit because sometimes I'll be looking at a coin and I don't know how many times I've gotten the wrong information. I mean, look at this is what it should be. This is what it's like. There's no way it's perfectly traced. Like it said with OX. So I hate that shit, but whatever. This is what's happening, right? So, yeah, a lot of things are going up in price. Look, this thing's going drastically up in dollar value while going down in Bitcoin value. Do you see the difference? Up here, and it's going down there. So it's very important to understand that you're obviously looking at the Bitcoin price. I wish there was like a filter to just... It just doesn't, nothing you can fucking do. It has to be in the US price. But yeah, basically, this is all, I mean, this has become practically worthless. I mean, it's like a rough guide to kind of herd you in the right direction, but it's definitely not reliable. Because you can really get mistaken. Pillar up to 15%, that's nice. Been hitting some really nice wins. And I just still have, let's see what Stokes did. I never even really looked what happened with the Floyd Mayweather. I mean, yeah. I mean, Floyd fucked it up. It's like, I would be so pissed if I was Stokes. I'd be so fucking pissed if Mayweather was like, well, I can't invest, but I'm going to make a lot of money anyway. That's basically him saying they paid me a lot of money and I don't even know what the fuck's going on because I can't read. So I would be so pissed because they had to spend a lot of money to get Floyd to say that. Because the dude's not even investing. He can't. He's in America. So it just, I don't know, just stupid. Wow. Look at Steam. Under $1, guys. It's just, and that's what happened. EOS, like, anything related to Dan L is just going down. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, they are, regardless, EOS has already made enough money. They already made enough money. They made hundreds of millions already, right? So, like, it doesn't matter. It's not like it can fail. I'm not like I'm going to count. Like, they have way too much money. The only issue is now, and I said this was going to happen, that the further you go down the year with EOS, that fucking stupid window deal for a whole year where it's like every window, people are going to, the price of Ethereum is going to go up and people are going to invest less and less. There's not that many people who just love to invest in EOS every day. Like, you can only keep that up for so long. It was it's a very strange way to do it. And it also kind of puts the development off because the funds are frozen. So, because it's they have escrow and all that. So it just seemed like a really weird plan to me, but whatever. They're getting kicked in the fucking balls right now, though, because basically he abandoned Steam, and I don't know what the fuck what are the creators of Steam doing? What are they doing, guys? I don't understand it. How are they letting this happen? I mean, they're in the spotlight. Everyone, Dollar Vigilante, all these huge star YouTubers are all promoting Steam. Everyone. You even have Jerry Dainsfield. You have a lot of people promoting Steam, and it's still not enough. They have to do radical. That's why ONG is going to come right in, because I don't know, people, because ONG has this problem solved for the upvote bot problem, and Steemit can easily fix that. Like, that could be done. It could be fixed, but they just don't. I don't understand it. I don't like. When was the last major update for Steemit? I'm just confused. It doesn't make it. Like, here I am with No Limit Coin, and like, we're about to upgrade everything. Like, people don't understand. People are about to be fucking drinking bleach when they see this new UI for No Limit Coin. That's what I've been doing behind the scenes. Like, I was up late last night, up early this morning, went to the doctor, got some stomach medicine. Turns out I don't have an ulcer. Holla at your boy. I was like, I don't know what. I just had a little fireball in my stomach. Had a little Goku problems in my stomach, and basically, man, like, I'm sitting here talking to the devs, talking to the new team, the pro team that we brought in. We brought in like a pro team to do the UI. Basically, that's all they do. They're perfect. They're really good at. They're the best of the best for bringing this UI. So you're going to see something better than FanDuel, better than DraftKings, and it's just going to happen. Like, what did I say with the website? What did I say with the website? Everyone was like, man, the website, blah blah blah, the homepage. Hey, what's going on? And what I said we're going to get a badass homepage. Just sit tight. And what happened? We got a fucking badass homepage. I said we're going to get a Mac wallet. What happened? We got a Mac wallet. I said we're going to get a Linux wallet. What happened? We got a Linux wallet. I said we're going to have total security overall. What we do? Got total security overall. I said we're going to get a new platform. What's going to happen? We're going to get a new motherfucking platform. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best. And when you're talking about these dollars, you think No Limit Coin is going to be chilling at $1? You're out your fucking mind. That was a goal I set. Goals are meant to be smashed, shattered. And we're going to basically the price of the entire world's fantasy sports, because there's no one out there. There's no other fantasy sport. Like, we're the only ones. Holler at us. We're so far ahead. We have a workable product. We have the beta live. Anyone can go up and play for real money right now. During the beta test, you can play for real money right now. Big overlays, all the tests, everything's being run. We're about to be on Monday Night Football. We got a big 70-foot, a 75-foot, or it's a $75,000 billboard in California, downtown, on a big ass hotel. It's going to have No Limit Coin on it. We have tailgaters across the United States already set up with No Limit Coin gear. We're going from local all the way to digital ads. You can't turn on Facebook if you've looked at fantasy sports without seeing a No Limit Coin ad. You can't, Coin Market Cap, you're going to see them all the time. I like to keep the ads popped up, so I can see them. Right now I got, I'm on my blocker. I'm on my motherfucking Brave browser. Holla at the crypto. If you're not using Brave browser, you need to support the movement. The crypto movement. Basically, stop letting Google and all these big fucking names steal your shit. And there's just so much going on. And when I look at Steemit, getting back to my point, it's like, man, here we are, little old No Limit Coin, right? Little old No Limit Coin. And here's a fucking, Steemit was top 10 coin, right? It was the biggest name in crypto. Everyone knows Steem, right? It introduced everyone. Here they are, not even giving a damn. And it just goes to show you the power. Like, if I was on the Steemit team, holy fuck, we'd be number one, number two. We'd be fucking right there. You kidding me? I'd light a fire in everybody's motherfucking. Everybody be working. We'd have new everything on Steemit. Everything be new. That shit don't fly when I'm on the team. We gotta be upgrading. So, I just can't wait till this new fucking UI and Jaws just drop and people are like, holy fuck, why did I even doubt Dan? Why didn't I just buy up all No Limit Coin when he said to? Because he's just been right this whole time. And that's the funny thing. People don't understand. No Limit Coin has deep pockets. Like, we have big time investors. We got big investors. Guys you don't even understand. We're probably one of the richest fucking. We're hood rich. We're one of the richest fucking cryptos and currency and all of this shit. Like, we have so much back. Like, that's the thing. You have some coins and they're like got their little rinky dink community and they all try to chip in and shit. Like, dude, we're coming in with big bucks. We got big investors. We got big dollars. You talking about a little bitch ass UI platform upgrade and you think that's going to keep us away from billions? You think a little bitch ass UI is going to keep No Limit Coin away? You kidding me? Money. That's all that is. All that takes is money. Hire the best team, have them come in and do it. That's all it is. You want to know what the hard part is? Getting the licenses. I got great news on that department, but I can't speak on it right now because I'm a low key motherfucker. But yeah, wait till you see those. Tuesday, No Limit Coin live Q&A. Your winner gets like $500 worth of No Limit Coin. I think it's $2,500 No Limit Coin. For just answering a question, just getting the best question, right? Always giving people an opportunity to come up. Basically, You have no idea, man. Like when this new UI hits, oh, so much money in it. So the main thing is the licensing, man, to get legal in the United States. That's why you can't just, that's what people are like, well, why isn't there a bunch of other fantasy sports coins? Because it's not easy, man. Like Raphael, like this is what he's been doing for a long time. Like he's lawyered up. He's like, he's in, first of all, a lot of these people who make the coins aren't in the United States. Like Raphael's in the United States and he has a legal base. That's the main reason. You don't see these sports coins out there because it's illegal for them to do it. And it costs lots and lots and lots of money, and you have to have good attorneys, and you can still get turned down, right? So we're lucky enough to be in over the half the United States legally with our license lawyered up. That's the hard part. What else is the hard part? Getting a good data stream where you can get streams from everything, for hockey, all the sports, all coming in, flowing at once. That's expensive. That's not cheap. That's not hard to, that's hard to hook up. There's a lot of things, like, I don't know, man. I see like a fucking badass old school car. It's got like a badass engine, super badass potential. It's got like a little rust spot. And people are like, ooh, I don't want to buy that car. I fucking put a paint job on it, and people are jaws dropped like, oh my God, that's the best car I've ever seen. It's just like people just don't see the value. They only want to see like the little speck on the window of a fucking Rolls Royce. I'm over here driving up in a Rolls Royce, and they're going to be like, you got some bird shit on your antenna. I'm like, you can fucking lick that bird shit, bitch, because I don't care. I got a Rolls Royce. And that's just how I feel when people fucking, like, the comments I see sometimes in all investments, man. Like, when people just talk about EOS, I hear scam. Like, people don't see, like, dude, he's raised almost $500 million. He raised almost $500 million. I mean, come on. Give me $500 million. I'd make EOS. I'd fucking hire whoever I needed to make EOS. You give me $500 million, I'd make you Superman. I'd replicate a real life human Superman. You give me $500 million, I can do fucking anything. So, I mean, people just don't understand. It's crazy. It's fun though. It's fun when you're on top of your game and you can just take advantage. Things are really fucking slipping. I'm always looking at Populous, and I was like, man, I could sell for 6, buy it back at around 4, but I'm not playing that game anymore. I just don't. Because in order to play that game, you got to be on top of it, man. You can't just wing that shit. Like, you have to understand where you are in life and what you want to do. If you want to set the lures thing, like, you got to be on your fucking game. I'm not on my game enough. Like, I have too much other shit going on. Like, I'm a business developer now. I go into these coins and I bring them up. I build them up. I add the scaffolding. I add the workers. I get everything done, and I make a perfect building for people to do their thing in. That's what I do. I'm a business developer. I don't have time to set the lures anymore. And every time I tried recently, it's like I just end up getting burned because I sell and then the price just shoots up, and I forget to set a lure, and it's too much hassle. It's just not enough fucking, it's too much work now. So like, yeah, if you're in that mode though, if you're not fucking business, not doing what I'm doing, you can easily be on it, like hawk. Like, you gotta be hawking your Bittrex account, you gotta be hawking Yoba, you gotta be hawking Plenix, you gotta be hawking all of these. When I was in my prime doing this shit, dude, I had like 10 exchanges, and I had fucking sell and lures on 15 different coins on 10 different exchanges, like crazy exchanges that people don't even know about, getting deals that no one else can get. That's what I was doing. Patience. People dump. Look at this. People always dump. We're not dealing with robots, guys. These are humans. Humans. This guy needed to pay a fucking bill. I don't know. This guy just needed money for some goddamn reason. Who the fuck knows, right? Why did they do it? Who knows? That's the thing. That's a beautiful thing about humans. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. Everything's normal. And then this guy, for no patience, no elegance, no nothing, he just dumps half. That's like half the price. And then it shoots back up immediately, and then we just go about our day. And and then you're like, well, why? Why was he so crackhead that he needed the money that badly? But it's humans. There's a million reasons, right? Maybe someone needed the money in his family. There's an emergency. Who knows, right? You don't know. That's the beautiful thing about going up against humans and not robots. Robots don't do this. You'll never see a fucking robot do that unless it's a glitch. AKA, it's a glitch. I mean, it's a bad thing. When a human does it, it's just whatever. Like, they're out of desperation. So that's why you set your lures, because you're always going to get something, man. You just got to be patient. It's just like you go fishing. You're not going to catch a fish every time, but if you're patient, you will. You will catch a fish. It's guaranteed. You just got to be patient, and you got to know what you're doing. You can't set them too low, and you can't set them too high. Look at this crazy shit. It's like one of those war helmets. The graphs are looking pretty good though. I mean, this is nothing crazy, like we were the other day. You remember those crazy like ball sacks where like every single fucking coin had a giant ball sack in the middle? It was just like everything was perfect. And then there was a giant ball sack and then just went back to being normal. And like every single coin had that. That was like the weirdest fucking time in crypto. But these are normal, you know? You shouldn't be able to make weird symbols out of the graphs. And people are like, what does that mean? It's like, I don't know. It's just something I made up. It helps me. Helps me read graphs. You got to bear with me. I don't fucking do it. I don't know. It's kind of like I'm blind to what other people do. So this is just purely what I do. So it's just all made up like by me. And it works. It works for me. It might not work for other people. But yeah, so what I was also going to say is, yeah, obviously we can't be looking at I'll bring up the Golem example from yesterday. We can't be looking at the USD price. You just can't, because the USD price is a lie. Basically, Golem is as cheap as it's ever been. If you go and you look at a lot of these, and these ICOs that are exploding are basically catching up to Bitcoin. USD is so worthless now that Bitcoin, all the coins are catching up to Bitcoin. So when there's an ICO, they're set at the bottom price. But we got to keep in mind, Bitcoin doubled. So that means there's a lot of catching up to do from these ICOs, because these ICOs weren't made yesterday. These guys had a plan. They made it with the market, and they had a price that they set beforehand, before Bitcoin rose to $4,000, right? So, and a lot of these were going through the difficult months where, so maybe they were influenced to have a little bit lower of a price. But basically what's happening, this is why you're seeing almost every ICO catch up now to Bitcoin, because they were all super underpriced. And you're starting to see them all catch up to Bitcoin. And that's why you're starting to see these crazy numbers, because they have some catching up to do. Basically, it's all they have to catch up. And I mean, you saw it with pretty much every ICO, District, Bitcoins, the name goes on and on and on. There's just so many ICOs that are really, really killing it right now. OX now, and that's just the benefit of splashing around. Definitely big story today is Bitcoin Cash. Basically, I'm just gonna get my popcorn. I'm gonna be researching and really, because this is big. Like, we're not out of the woods yet. We're not quite sure what's going to happen. So what are the pros and cons of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash? Basically, Bitcoin Cash is going to force Bitcoin to be better. There's no slacking now. No, Bitcoin can't slack at all. Not even a little bit. It needs to be on its game 100%, because everyone's watching. And every time it slips, it makes Bitcoin Cash a little stronger. And you know what's up? Like, Bitcoin Cash can slip and it's not going to hurt that bad, because everyone expects Bitcoin Cash to lose. So when you're in a position when you're expected to lose, you have no stress, because it's like, whatever. I'm not expected to win. And if I win, it's like I have everything to gain and nothing to lose. And Bitcoin Cash is in a very it's very powerful spot if you're talking about just power games and war and etc. It's from a mindset, from a psychological standpoint, it's in a very it could take all the risk. It has nothing to lose, and Bitcoin has absolutely everything to lose. And every time it does something bad, it's amplified 1,000,000 times. So Bitcoin is obviously on the pressure's on Bitcoin. No pressure on Bitcoin Cash. The only difference is Bitcoin is, $4,000, almost, hovering around 70 billion market cap, and it's obviously the most well-known currency. But it's just, it's fucked up. You got basically the exact same symbol. It's just so confusing still to a lot of new people. I get a lot of emails about Bitcoin Cash. It's just, I always point them to people like crypto, or people who, really can cater to the starters, because, God, dude, those people are the best. The people that get the people into crypto. I'm not really good with kids. I'm not good with teaching people the basics. I'm too damn impatient. And it's not what I want to do. Some people really get something out of that, getting, people in, and hey, it's not for me though. I'm a little bit on my own thing right now. So, but Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, this is going to keep the market kind of frozen, because people right now, they don't know what to really invest in. Like, first of all, you're like, okay, Bitcoin, that's the future, and now it's like that's the future, right, guys? Bitcoin, right? Not Bitcoin Cash. And everyone's like, yeah. Now it's kind of like, right, guys? Bitcoin, yeah. And people are like, yeah, yeah. That you got to keep in mind. There's, um, that is something to definitely look after. I did not realize that the 24-hour volume this high, so I'm a little speechless and a little in shock right now at how high the 24-hour volume is. That's really showing people are starting to say, hey, maybe the segue isn't the best thing. Crypto, if crypto says it, crypto's against Bitcoin. He's pretty much, I'm not saying, I'm not going to put words in his mouth, but he's not, he's with Bitcoin Cash. He doesn't, he thinks that Bitcoin he doesn't like what they're doing. He doesn't like the core team. He's more with Bitcoin Cash, and he put himself out there. And I think he's a pretty honest dude, but it's a mess right now. It really is. There's nowhere to hide. Like, that's the thing. There's nowhere to go. Like, you can't say, oh, well, I'm good with fiat. Fiat's collapsing so fast. Like, I'm telling you, at the end of this year, we're going to see the biggest time in human history. People, get your heads out of your asses, man. This isn't just about crypto. We got North Korea. People think, oh, well, they couldn't hit me. It's like, dude, they can hit fucking South Korea. I know that your bitch ass might not live in South Korea, but there's a lot of fucking innocent people that live in South Korea. If that doesn't fucking bother you, then you're probably a goddamn sociopath. And if you don't think that South Korea is one of the biggest drivers of cryptocurrency, huge. If that South Korea disappeared, we'd lose a lot of money. A lot of shit would happen. It's a big market. So, obviously lives matter 100% more, but I'm just like saying, like, it's going to be bad. Like, what's going on is not good for the economy, and it's not good for the world. And it's something that we need to be paying attention to. I don't care if you're political or not. There's people with giant fucking bombs threatening each other right now. And it's something to pay attention to, because there's a lot of shit going on. This is crazy how much movement's going on. Man, it's just so much. Like, I'm researching politics, I'm researching cryptos, I'm researching ICOs, I'm doing all this research. But honestly, I don't think there's anything more or stronger to research than actually what's going on in the world, man, because you can't be blind. There's a lot of stuff going on right now with Russia and China. It's really interesting to see what they're doing behind the scenes. What kind of, they're really fucking going hardcore. Russia's in a perfect spot for mining because it's a giant cold area. And there's a lot more land compared to people. It's going to be kind of crazy because there's really no one out there to catch the United States if it falls. And there's going to be a lot of people out there that want to see that happen. And if that was to happen, we're going to see a radical shift in cryptocurrencies. The cryptocurrency is going to be the new world. This is what's going to be. We're going to see, $1 trillion market cap, easy, and it's just going to keep going and going. It's going to bubble. It's going to go so high, so fast, so ridiculous, and then it's going not bubble, but it's going to pop. But when it pops, it's going to be way higher. It might pop down to 500 million or something crazy. Like, it's not going to ever die. But I'm just saying that when the tipping point happens, and it's going to happen with the fiat world, it's going to be such a mad rush for crypto that we're going to see such insane prices. People are going to be going insane. People are going to be absolutely going crazy. And fiat is actually going to basically become like the peso, and then eventually kind of obsolete. It's always going to kind of be around in our lifetime, but if this human race is lucky enough to keep surviving, that hundreds, if not thousands of years down the road, if we somehow solve the population problem and the food problem and all the wars and all the crazy bullshit going on, and we happen to survive that long, then the dollar is not going to be around. It's going to be an instrument of the past that people looked at and just thought that people are fucking crazy. But I am going to kill it here. Cheers. Peace.